Today we're going to talk about something that, in my opinion, doesn't get enough attention in the DS world. In fact, it doesn't really get enough attention in relationships at all. How do you tell if someone is actually aligned with you? Not just attracted to you, not just into the lifestyle, not just saying all the right things. I mean aligned, spiritually, energetically, emotionally, sexually. A deep resonance that doesn't just excite your body or stroke your ego, but makes your soul stand up and go, yeah, that's what I want. Because here's what I've learned. In the dominant-submissive dynamic, alignment isn't an option, it's everything. When you ignore your intuition about someone, you don't just end up in a mismatched relationship, you end up handing your own power to a place that cannot hold it. And that goes for doms and subs alike. So let's talk about it. The energy never lies. If you're walking a spiritual path, then you already know that energy precedes language. You can feel when someone walks into the room whether their energy expands you or contracts you. You can feel whether you're opening up in their presence or guarding yourself. You always know. The question is, do you listen? When I'm vetting someone, whether they're interested in submitting to me or just connecting, I'm tuning into more than what they say. I'm feeling their frequency. Do they make me feel more like myself or less? Does their presence activate my inner power or drain it? It's subtle, but subtle is where spirit lives. Desire without pressure. There's a difference between someone who wants you and someone who's hungry for what you represent. I've had people come into my space who were enchanted with the idea of me being their dominant, but they had absolutely no interest in who I actually am. That's not alignment. It's projection. Aligned desires feel clean. It's mutual, yes, but it's also grounded. It's the difference between, I need somebody to fill this role, and something about you draws out the parts of me I most long to give. So ask yourself, does this desire for you feel spacious or consuming? Do you feel like they're choosing you or chasing a fantasy through you? Can they pause in their desire, or are they trying to collapse time? Real submission and real dominance require patience. If someone can't wait to get under your skin, it ain't gonna feel good when they do. Watch for resonance, not perfection. So I used to think that alignment meant agreeing on everything, like the same kinks or wanting the same dynamic, believing the same things. But that's not it. Alignment is about resonance. Do your natures harmonize? You can have different tastes, backgrounds, and entirely different belief systems, honestly. But if your spirits are pointed in the same direction, it'll work. If you're submissive, does this person's dominance feel right in your body and not just your mind? If you're a dominant, do you feel your power deepening in their presence, or are you just performing? When I meet somebody who's aligned with me, I don't even feel like I have to explain myself at all. I don't have to teach them how to honor me. Their energy just knows. Not because we've done this before, but because on some level we remember each other. And that brings me to the next piece. Your body is the oracle. Your body knows before your brain knows. It knows when you're forcing a connection. It knows when something feels off, even if you can't name it. It knows when you're trying to override your own boundaries just to keep somebody interested. Listen to your nervous system. Does your chest tighten when you text them? You find yourself second-guessing what you responded with? Do you feel more insecure with them than before you met them? That is not alignment. It's your body telling you, hey, this isn't safe. On the other hand, if someone enters your world and your whole system exhales, pay attention to that. Ease is a sign of resonance. The more trauma we carry, the more we mistake intensity for chemistry. But peace is a more powerful turn-on than chaos will ever be. What happens in the silence? Here's a secret most people overlook. Pay attention to the quiet between you. Not the scenes, not the sexts, not the flirty banter or the fantasies. What is the stillness like? Do you feel anxious when they haven't messaged? Do you feel a need to perform when you're not on with them? Do you feel loved when it's just you and them and the space in between you? Silence reveals what words can sometimes hide. And when you find someone you're aligned with, the silence doesn't feel like distance. It feels like breathing. You don't need to rush alignment. You don't need to make it happen. You don't need to convince anyone to understand you or accept you or get you. When someone is aligned with you, you will feel it. It'll be in your body, in your spirit, in your peace. And that alignment is the soil where sacred power exchange can flourish. Not just for a night, but if you want, for a lifetime. So if you're vetting somebody right now, take a breath. Pull your energy back into your center and listen to your body. Trust your I am. You don't have to contort yourself to be loved. You don't have to abandon your power to be held. There are people who will see you, feel you, and meet you. You just have to stay aligned with yourself long enough to recognize them. If this resonates, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. You can also head to fleshandspirit.love to dive deeper or book a call with me down below. And if you're navigating the path of desire, surrender, and embodiment, keep going. You are not alone. My name is Jeremy, and my hope for you is that you'll find freedom in the bondage you choose. See you next time.